is Saturday, February 27, 2021. This is the Early Edge, powered by SportsLine. I am the coach, and we're in your feed every single day, 7 days a week, 365, and we do it all in 10 minutes or less. The clock has started, coming off a ho-hum 3-3-1 night. Now, many of you are still thanking us for Drake, even though our number was -9. Many of you got it at -8.5, so you're welcome on behalf of the Maestro. And Steph Curry, you can't get to 30. Just a half a point shy, 29.5. He scored 29. It happens in player props. We tell you, lower that bet size just a little bit on the props. A lot of variables. Also, don't forget about the perfect parlay contest or turning your phone off when you're doing a show live. Thank you. And perfect parlay contest. Go to our YouTube channel. Leave your best bet in the comments section. If one of our cappers goes perfect that day, then you're eligible to win a year-long subscription to SportsLine, SportsLine app, all the cappers, all the simulations, all of that. So let's bring in our cappers today. You know, it's moving day at the WGC. Rick Rungood is here. Rick G, good morning.
Coach, absolutely stoked. The concession is proving to be an excellent host for the world's best, so I'm interested to see how the weekend goes.
Me too, and I can't wait for your plays in just a couple of minutes. And then he is the Zack Attack. Zack Cimini, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Looking to finish off February with a strong show today.
All right, well, let's do it. It's time for our storylines that could affect the betting lines. Zack, you are up first.
Yeah, I have my eyes out in the Ohio Valley, Belmont. They just suffered their second loss in their last game against Eastern Kentucky, and that spread was -7. Today, they are on the road again against Morehead State as -5 favorites. So the line went down, and if they lose 2 games in a row, that's bad news going into their conference tournament next week. So watch how they play today. If they lose, I think you can pick a team or two in the future odds in next week's Ohio Valley Conference tournament.
Well, I love when we dig in and find those little nuggets that most people don't even know exist. All right, over to the golf now. And, Rick, I got to tell you, it's been a very frustrating first 2 days for me because I've had certain picks that I had played, and then the big number, for some reason, a 7 or an 8. What are you looking at today?
Yeah, that's right, Coach. It's been chaos, and I think we need to start embracing that. What we've seen from the concession with water lurking on 12 different holes, those big numbers are out there. It's making Dustin Johnson, the #1 player in the world, look human, which is something that no course has been able to do in the last year or so. And Victor Hovland, who had one of the best rounds going on Friday, gets to his final hole before making a quadruple bogey 8 and probably derailing his chances to win this golf tournament unless he does something crazy on the weekend. So, yeah, I think we embrace the volatility a little bit. I think we consider underdogs just a hair more because those big numbers are lurking out there, and it can really level the playing field very quickly, Coach.
Yeah, there is no question. I looked at some of the numbers this morning, and there were a lot of head-to-head matchups that I love for plus money, which is something you don't normally get unless it's at a World Golf Championship. All right, before we get to our picks today, I do want to tell you about another giveaway that we're doing. It is the SportsLine app giveaway. All you got to do is go over to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review, and in that review, list your pick to win the Stanley Cup this year. On Monday's show, I will announce 5 winners to win a year-long subscription to SportsLine. Also, you got to leave your Twitter handle so we can get a hold of you after you win. All right, speaking of the SportsLine app, it's absolutely been killing it lately, and we're going to give you 2 plays today. Our SportsLine plays of the day, if you will. And first, we're going to go to the NBA. The Oklahoma City Thunder +7 over the Nuggets. This covers 58% of the time. It's a graded A play, and the Thunder have been really good lately. Last night, knocking off the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta. Then the Pacers -1 at the Knicks. This is also a graded A play, covering in 67% of our simulations at SportsLine. All right, it's time for our board today. Zack Attack, give it to me.
I'm going to start off in college basketball, Coach. An early game, actually, but Texas Longhorns +3.5 against Texas Tech. Earlier in the year, I felt very fortunate to get that cover with Texas Tech in their first matchup. Texas controlled virtually the entire game, but Texas Tech stormed back and rallied in the final 5 minutes with Mac McClung hitting the game winner with 3 seconds left. And since that game, Texas is just 3-5. And 2 of those wins were by 3 points. So they're barely just getting by. But to me, I feel like they know they should have won that first game. And Texas Tech, they're very alarming here. 0-6 in conference at home ATS. So I think you take the points here with Texas. And the second play will be a player prop, Rui Hachimura over 21.5 total points and rebounds. This is just a mismatch to me. They just fired their former coach, Ryan Saunders, this week. They brought in Chris Finch from the Toronto Raptors, and he, on Wednesday, played Jared Vanderbilt a total of 34 minutes. That's a career high and season high for Jared Vanderbilt. I think he's too inexperienced. He played just 14 games at Kentucky, and in his young NBA career, he's averaged just 12 minutes per game. I think Hachimura can eclipse this in points alone, but I want the insurance with rebounds just in case of a blowout.
All right, very good information there and a very good prop bet as well. All right, let's head back over to Rick G. He's got a couple of golf plays for us today in round 3. Rick?
I do round 3 head-to-head matchups. I'm starting with Colin Morikawa, minus 137 over Billy Horschel, and this is vintage Colin Morikawa right now. He's leading the field in strokes gained approach. He's leading the field in strokes gained tee to green, and he is what we call a zero putter. That means he is putting to field average. Now, if you've watched Colin Morikawa over his career, you know if he's going to putt to a 0, if he's going to be just average, that's going to be plenty. He's going to contend and potentially win a lot of golf tournaments, so I like him here on Thursday. That goes off at 1:45 p.m. Eastern time. And then here's a pretty deep one. It's Yuki Inamori, who is plus 110 over Sebastian Munoz at minus 137. Inamori is one of the top players on the Japanese tour, and he is ball striking the heck out of it right now. He's behind only Colin Morikawa and Justin Thomas in strokes gained approach for this week. He's 4th in strokes gained tee to green. Those are metrics that tend to stay sticky from round to round, while Munoz is relying a bit more on a hot putter. So I'm looking at Inamori plus 110 over Munoz. That goes off at 12:05 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, as I was handicapping and looking at it, really the takeaway I've taken from the first 2 rounds, Rick, is that grinders are the players that are really doing well this week, and not guys that are very volatile, that, as we talked about, having the 6s and then having 3-3, then back to a 6. So great analysis by you. Can't wait for round 3 today. Okay, we are up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Time for our recap. Zack Attack, he loves Texas plus 3.5. Remember, this is a noon Eastern tip on CBS in the family, but don't miss the tip time. Look at all of the start times today. So important. And then in a player prop, Hachimura over 21.5 total points and rebounds. Then Rick Run Good. Rick G likes Morikawa over Horschel in a head-to-head, minus 137. And then Inamori over Munoz in a head-to-head as well, plus 110. And then our SportsLine app plays of the day, Pacers minus 1 and the Thunder plus 7. Now, I know a lot of you, before you even send the tweets, are going to say, what, no picks from the maestro? So here's what I've done. I put in a call. His assistant picked up, and I said, is there any way that I can get a couple of plays from the maestro today? She said, I don't know. He's pretty busy. So if we can get 2 picks from the maestro, I will give them out on social media in a little while. No promises. No promises. But you have your marching orders. Let's take every single ticket straight to the pay window. For Rick Run Good, Rick G, for the Zack Attack, for the jeweler, I am the coach. Remember, every single day, the only place for your daily early edge. Good luck.